I think a lot of people misunderstand shadow work. And I think the reason why they misunderstand shadow work is because they either feel like they have to reject it or avoid it. And it's neither of those. But what if I were to tell you that sometimes forcing yourself to do shadow work is actually doing the opposite of healing? And the reason why I feel this way is because I used to think this too. I really felt like I needed to force myself into shadow work and into healing, which honestly created the opposite effect of healing. But the reality is, you don't go chasing shadow work. Shadow work falls on your lap the moment and time that those emotions, those feelings, those traumas are ready to come up to the surface and ready to be transmuted and released. So, real shadow work is not forcing and it's not avoiding, it's allowing. So, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because on my last video, someone commented that they're so stuck on high vibration or chasing high vibration that they feel like they're neglecting a lot of the shadow attributes or a lot of the things that are hiding underneath. And the real way in which you work through your shadow is through the moments and observing the moments that you get triggered the most. It's okay sometimes to slip up. That's part of the shadow work. And then later on, you reflect and you go, I could have handled that differently. That's part of shadow work. And by the way, if you guys are enjoying these type of videos, if you're enjoying this community, join me over on here. Okay, it's totally free, bestie. I'm not asking for anything, just asking for more community because it helps me create videos like this. And I'll be honest, I'm not perfect. I used to be very reactive, by the way. Sometimes I would say things out of wounds. When you're doing shadow work, the real truth is you shift from reactiveness to responsiveness. It's not being prim and proper all the time. It's okay, this is triggering me. Why is this triggering me? It's not a person thing, it's a me thing. And where does this come from? Okay, I'm gonna sit with that. I'm gonna feel, I said it, I'm gonna feel my emotions. I'm not gonna become them. So the healing to that lesson, the integration to that lesson lies in your ability to allow it to come, to allow it to teach you what it's teaching you, and then allow it to move through you. Okay, cool. Now I learned. I just unlocked a new level of myself. Shadow work is supposed to lead you closer to understanding and having more compassion within yourself. A positive vibration is the byproduct of the shadow work you do. It's inevitable to be in a very high, very light state of being when you're taking a look at the things inside of you. It's not about being better than, it's about showing up in a way that's more aligned. And that really is the truth about shadow work. So you're not going to find it respectfully in a notebook. Like, these things can help. I'm not saying they can't, but the shadow work actually happens in the moment when you're living the experiences and you're being triggered through those experiences. The shadow work happens not when you're alone at home, but actually outside in the world, and people are challenging you and you're being brought to make a choice. Do you respond or do you react? That's really the reality of this. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to sometimes, react, maybe not in the best way. Feel the feelings, reflect, and say, okay, where can I improve in this later? The truth about shadow work, too, is that it's not easy. This isn't roses and butterflies. I don't know who made it seem like this. Actual doing shadow work is meeting yourself in the depths and the aspects of yourself that you are ashamed of, that you suppress, that you don't want others to know, right? It's in the discomfort. Sitting with your shadow is difficult. It takes true strength and a very brave person to do that, to say, you know what, I'm going to take a look at my shortcomings. I'm going to love myself, and I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better for myself and my inner child. I'm going to do better for my partner, for my kids, my future kids, my family, this world. That's really what it's about. The way you also know you're actually in the shadow work is because you'll feel like you're regressing. You're like, oh, I just had a slip up, but I caught myself. The issue isn't that you have a shadow as much as it is your in awareness to those shadows. Because when you become in aware, that's when it has more control over you. When it doesn't have control of you is when you know it exists and you know your shortcomings and you know your triggers and you know your limits. That's actually shadow work. So it's not about being perfect, it's about being real. So there's not a step on how to do that exactly because it's not a one size fits all. What works for me might not be what works for you, and that's okay. It's about figuring out what works for you and about choosing to respond more instead of reacting more. Reacting comes from wound, from past, from pain, whereas responsiveness comes from wisdom, inner wisdom. And wisdom comes from lived experience. So it's okay if you're going through this. We all get caught up in that trap where we just want to experience high vibration when really you just have to embrace and love life as it comes. Gotta love yourself in all aspects, the shadow, the light, all of it. Healing is the journey of a lifetime. We're always healing, we're always going through something. And eventually, the best way to heal is just to live it all. Not everything needs to be psychoanalyzed, and some things just need to be felt, experienced, and released. And that's it. That's literally it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you if you've made it this far. I understand that the journey is not always easy. It's not always roses and butterflies or cookie cutter, but nonetheless, you're here. You're here for a reason, and we should celebrate that, and you should celebrate that. I would love to hear from you, obviously, in the comments down below. Maybe drop something along the lines of, what is your shadow? What are you currently working through? I know for me is my reactivity when I am angry, when I am experiencing anger. And yeah, just make sure to subscribe to join the community. There'll be more videos coming out around this. I love you. Thank you so much for being here, for holding this space for myself. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.